RDS, or what they call AWS AWS Relational Database Service. Hello guys, today we're going to learn AWS RDS, or simply RDS. Okay, let's check the meaning of RDS, AWS RDS in Wikipedia. So as per Wikipedia, ADS, or Amazon RDS rather, is a distributed relational database service by Amazon Web Services. It is a web service running in the cloud designed to simplify the setup, operation, and scaling of a relational database for use in application. All right, so basically it's a database provided by Amazon. Okay, so if you want to have a database without caring about how to to maintain the infrastructure, like hardware and the patches, uh, you can use the Amazon database, or Amazon RDS. They actually provide many databases like MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, and very other popular database. Okay, let me show it to you how to set up the RDS in AWS. First, let's log in to AWS console. Actually, I have created already, but for the other viewers who don't know how to set up from scratch, I will show it to you. It's quite simple and very straightforward. Okay, first you have to log in. Then you have to go to RDS, or Relational Database Service. This one. RDS, Managed Relational Database Service. You go to databases. By the way, guys, okay, let me create first the database. Okay. What is this? Anyway, just ignore that. Choose the standard create. Then let's choose MySQL, because this one is very simple and very popular also. Then MySQL, just choose the default. The engine, just keep the default one. 35 is version 8.0.35 is, I think, is quite stable. Then since we don't want to, this is just a demo, let's choose the free tier option. We don't want to pay. Then available and durability settings, let's change this, the DB instance identifier. Maybe let's change, let's make it hello world DB. You can put any name you want. Then for the username, let's use root. So we choose the default one, which is self-managed. Then for the password, you can put any password you want. Alright. The password, choose my own. So just put any password you want. Then instance configuration, you don't need to choose anything, you don't need to change anything. Storage, just skip all the defaults all the way down. Connectivity, don't connect to EC to compute. Okay, default. Subnet group is default also, but for security group, you have to VPC. Okay, just choose the default one. The port 3306. Yeah, I think it should be okay. The name of the database, you can put hello world db. Okay, any name you can put actually. Encryption, I'm looking for the firewall settings actually, because by default you cannot access it for security reasons, so you need to change the security group. Security group. This one. Great. PC default subnet group is okay. This one, you need to choose the public access. Okay, so public access, yes. RDS assign a public IP address to the database. EC2 instances and other resources outside the VPC can connect to your DB. Resources inside VPC can also connect to DB. Choose the VPC. Okay, then VPC security group, this is the firewall. Choose existing. VPC create a new, let's create a new security group. Okay, no need. Anyway, later we can change, but for now let's create it like that. So after this we will create a security group separately, then assign to this database. Basically we will use the security group for this instance. Okay, DB instance. Okay, let's create it. The initial database name has invalid character. Oh, meaning we cannot use dash. Okay, hello world, let's say hello world DB. Let's use underscore. Alright, not now, and just close. Alright, so while creating, see Amazon is creating our DB already. So while creating, let's create a security group. Security group. Okay. Inbound. Okay. First, let's assign an name, any name. Let's say allow DB access MySQL. Okay. Alright. Then add a new. So remember the port is 3306. Then for the IP, we allow all IP using this port. So we allow this allows port 3306. Okay, just add it, and that's it. We save. Wait. Alright. So basically we have this, we allow this DB, so we can access it later. Okay, so let's go back to our RDS. This one. Alright. Oh, so it's still creating actually. Let's see if we can modify. Oh, currently since it's in progress, still creating, so we cannot change the security group. We basically need to change the default one, because by default, this one, by default it's not allowing to access it outside the AWS cluster. So yeah, that's why we created a security group for us to expose this service, okay, or to allow us to access this RDS service, the database provided by AWS. Okay, so let's wait a bit. So while waiting, maybe we can go to our application, or maybe in our oh, no wonder why we are in Sydney. That's anyway. Taking some time. Anyway, let's try to go to, because previously I created using Singapore region. RDS. It's taking some time. Yeah, this is the one I created earlier. So let's go back to Sydney. Maybe it's finished already. Alright, so it's available already. So we can change the security group so we can access it. Security group. Yeah, this one. Currently is we're using default. So we will uncheck the default and use this. Remember the security group that we created earlier? We exposed the port 3306. Okay, so we can access. Alright. Then save. Continue. Security group from default we change to this one. Allow DB access MySQL. Oh, it didn't change. Okay, it's still in progress. Okay, now it's reflecting already. Okay, so once the status is okay already, available already, we can use this endpoint. Copy. Go to our DB client. Like in my case, I have DB Bear. Let's use my SQL. Alright. Okay, we paste the host from the AWS. So this is the host, AWS host, DB host. Okay, so support is 3306. Remember we exposed this already in the AWS, so we can access the DB already. So the database is hello world DB. Username is root. Then the password that we entered earlier. Alright, then let's test the connection. Alright, so we can connect. Let's finish. So this is the one we created just now. So since we can connect, I don't want to use this. We can use actually in our application. So I have a SpringBoot application here. Let me go to so basically we just change this. This is the one I used earlier. So we basically paste the host, the one we created just now, which is a hello world DB. Okay, and that's it. So yeah, we the database we changed also to hello world DB. Hello world DB. Yeah, and that's it. The username is the same, password, driver, MySQL, URL, JDBC MySQL. This is the host name we get from AWS, the one created we just created, right? This is the port for MySQL and the name of the database. Alright, that's it. So yeah, for the dependency, of course, since this we're going to use Spring Data, so we need this dependency. Spring Boot starter data JPA, and also this because we use MySQL, so we need the driver. The Lombok is optional. This is optional, but since we are going to use web, so of course we will use this also, and time lift for the web. Okay, but for DB we only need this two. Okay, anyway, let's go to our controller. For our controller, I created two endpoint. One is to retrieve data and the other one is to save data. For retrieving, we have chart entity. This is entity. Okay, this entity got three fields: ID, this one, chart in JSON, and the date created. Then of course we created also repository to communicate with the DB. Okay, this is we just create an interface, and the implementation we don't need to worry. Spring Boot will inject the basically will handle the implementation of this. We just need to define the interface. Okay, so this is now as you can see here, our DB is empty, right? There's no table also. See, there's no table. But once I run this application, Spring Boot will create a table, this table, chart table with these three fields or columns. Yeah, basically it will create automatically. Then our controller, we can, if we pass this ID, we can retrieve. We can also save the data if we pass this field. Okay. All right. Let's test this. Let's run. I think we will be needing Postman here because we need to use post method. If post method, we cannot use browser, so you need postman. Okay, so let's create a request here. So let's change the method to post. HTTP localhost, default port is 8080. Then the name of the endpoint is push. Alright, then the JSON, right, let's say test 1 2 3. Okay, then let's set submit. Alright. Oh, I think there's something wrong. But request. Oh, I know already. Since it's JSON, we should use wait. Actually, we don't need to. We can just use text instead of JSON. Let's try again. Sorry about that. JSON, then hello world. This is just for test purpose. Okay, of course you can put a JSON inside here. Test. Yeah. Because as we have to do like this because of our signature. If we really want to use JSON, then we have, instead of using request param, we have to use at request body. But in our demo, we use request param, so we have to pass the parameter like this as form data. Okay. Anyway, that's not the scope of this demo. So yeah, we just want to test basically our service, whether we can insert record in our AWS database or not. Okay. Anyway, let's submit this. Alright, now it's successful. Oh, but this is empty. Anyway, let's check the DB. We expect this value in our DB. First, we expect the table to be the table will be created. Alright, the table is created. Then we expect also the data should be inserted. Oh my, so it's not inserting. So something is wrong. Let's check the log. Maybe some. JSON for method. The request. There's something wrong with our anyway, let's check change the code. Let's change this to at request body. Okay, then use this entity as parameter. Alright. Oh wait. No. I think we have to revert it. Let me check it again. Request param JSON. Okay, sorry about this. By right, we should be able to pass. Let's run again. Let's try to send simple data only. Hello world, because we expect string. This is the parameter key JSON, then the value, then we create chart object, then we assign this parameter to this field. Okay. Oh, I see. Sorry about that. It's my mistake. It's supposed to be saved. Chart. That's the problem if you copy and paste. My mistake. Sorry. So let's review the code again. Once we push, we create the object, we assign the parameter, then this object chart we save to our DB. Okay, using this, then we return whatever the result. Okay, this should be okay now. All right. All right. So let's submit the request. Push. This is the parameter JSON. We pass any value. Let's send again. All right. So this is it. The object is successfully created. This one we generate. This is random ID. This is the one we pass, hello world. Yeah. So when we check the DB, we expect, let's refresh, we expect the record will be inserted. Okay. All right. So it's successful. It's working fine. So now that's the first endpoint, right? So let's check the other one. So confirm we're able to insert record using this endpoint. Let's verify if we can retrieve record from DB. Let's try to retrieve, to pass this ID. So in our DB we know the ID, right? This is the ID. Copy. So in our postman our postman the endpoint is get. This time is get. The endpoint is get. Then the parameter name is, instead of JSON, is ID. Then this one is the one we copied from DB. So let's verify if we can retrieve this record. So basically what we expect, we retrieve the chart, the record from DB. Return is return the object. Basically we basically return only the value of this field, not the whole object. That's why we have this condition, right? So if the record is existing, if we're able to retrieve the data successfully from DB using this line, that we check whether the object is empty or not. Okay, if the record is found from DB, then this will return true, and we will be able to get this field which contains the hello world in the DB. This one, chart in JSON, hello world. Okay, so we expect hello world as response. Okay, hello world. All right, let's submit this. Yeah, this one, hello world. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learn another important thing today. I hope you find it useful when you're developing some application using AWS cloud services. All right, I'll see you again next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.